Alright, so here's the thing. So, um, it's like, there's kind of two approaches to go about life. Like, you can either like go in one direction where it's kind of like, you don't really have anything wrong with you. You have OCD. But fundamentally, you're happy, and it's like you can be a perfectionist and all that, and you know that's one way of going about things. And then there's this other way, and the other way is wrong. But I'm just going to talk about it for a little bit because there's the fact that going around trying to be smart all the time, with this OCD thing going on, it's like, the fact of the matter is like you can do your head in, like just doing it constantly. This obsessive need to be perfect, to have this obsessive need. It's like, I mean, some people call me autistic, and it's like, I'm not autistic, but I'm just I'm just a complete low life. You know, I'm very stubborn on doing things my way, and I need to get a life really. Um, I guess it's kind of fear of the unknown. Because like going in the other direction, which is the direction which is wrong. You know, it's like I have this attitude basically like, oh, it's wrong kind of thing. I'm one of those people. It's like like just trying to fit in that box constantly. It's like it's not really a life. I mean, it's like you can, like I say, I produce good music that way. But at the same time, like I say, and I get this thing of like, why are you changing? It's kind of this thing of if it's not broke, don't fix it kind of thing. But you gotta understand also that you're a human being, and to be this obsessive is like I say, it's really sad, and like in at the end of the day, it's not a big fucking deal to go in the direction of the thing that's deemed wrong, right? To go in this direction of, I guess it's more in touch with, it's not so much in touch with happiness. It's more in touch with just kind of it's kind of dysfunction, and it's kind of like being insane, just like having something wrong with you. It's like you gotta understand that having something wrong with you is like it's not really a big deal. Like at the end of the day, the answer to what, right? So you can go in the direction of trying to find the answer, so to speak, but it's like I said, I've done that, right? I've done it, you know, and it's a you need to open yourself up to doing what's wrong, and like being because there's a lot of change. Like I fear change, right? And I think maybe a lot of people do, but it's like the fear of change. Like it's one of these things where it's like deep down that there's nothing to fear. Like that deep down, but it's just the fact that there's a resistance ultimately there. Because like I say, there's so many reasons to not change. You know, and you kind of just tell yourself, oh yeah, I can do this. I can do this. I can get to a place where I'm happy and everything. And I think we discipline, like parents, for example, in this world will discipline their kids in such a way where it's just like, you got to be a good person, right? And that's what society tells us. So everybody's got to walk around like a good person. And but the fact of the matter is it's like you're dealing with human beings, right? You're dealing with human beings, and doing what's wrong. That, going into that mode of, like, it's not mode, but going into that way of living, which is, maybe insane, maybe crazy, maybe, stressful, maybe, um, you maybe got issues, you know what I mean, like, whatever. It's just like, you're like, um, it's not so much in touch with, um, what, society looks at as, right, you know. It's more in touch with the fact that, it's just like, it's this thing of kind of accepting your imperfections, you know, accepting your imperfections, and, just, being free, and, it's, it's necessary to do some things that are, um, not so much in touch with love, maybe not so much in touch with, the thing that's right. Like I say, it's more the thing that's just wrong. It's like I say, people say I'm autistic. I'm not autistic. I'm just a really sad person. I'm just really obsessive. I've got a really obsessive personality, and I'm incredibly stubborn on not changing. You know, um, but, doing the thing that's wrong is something that, I feel that, it's like, it's kind of, important to give yourself the freedom to allow yourself to become that person if it's necessary. I feel that maybe this has got a lot to do with haters. Maybe that's haters will change me in such a way where I end up becoming, um, a certain type of person, more in touch with what they call. And I'm not autistic, like I say, but, lots of people say, like, oh, you're autistic or something. Like, people will look at me and they just think I'm weird, right? And, I get those comments a lot. Um, but like I say, it's haters that ultimately is kind of this thing of, like, um, I guess I don't want to lose my sense of self. I don't want to lose my, I don't want to lose my sense of self. I don't want to lose my identity, so to speak. I want to, I guess I don't want to go in the direction of ultimately being somebody who I don't think I am. You know what I mean? So, I mean, if a hate is going to hate me, and they're going to call me whatever they're going to call me, let's say they call me a faggot, right? You know, instead of sitting there and taking it and becoming a faggot, I'll say something like, "You're the only faggot here," and then I won't even open that message. I'll just leave it at that and just go away, and that'll really piss them off. And, it's, because, like I said, the world's trying to change you. People are gonna hate on you, and they're gonna say you're a faggot. You're this, you're that, whatever. And, it's like you can either sit there and take it, and then ultimately, change. Do you know what I mean? Like, change. But like I said, I refuse to change. Right? I refuse to change. I refuse to, let haters change me. But I do feel that, when it comes to, um, like, I'm in a situation where it's right now. It's not the haters that are, like, the enemy. It's not the, I mean, not the enemy. I mean, but no, I didn't mean that. It's not the haters that are, um trying to change me right now. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've killed my haters. I've destroyed them. You know. This has got nothing to do with haters. Like, I would say, don't change for people, right? If someone's gonna hate on you, don't change for them. However, if it comes, if it's like, you're walking through life and you're fed up with, you might have said something like, so say someone calls you a faggot, and you respond, "You're the only faggot here, not me." and you're the only faggot here. Say you respond saying that, you so you say that, instead of going in the direction of, yes, you say that and you leave it at that, you ignore them, and then you go about your life, and you're walking through life, and it's like what you're gonna find when you do that, when you send that message, say you're the only faggot here, you go away, you don't respond and everything, you're silent, you're walking around through life, and it's like you're holding your ground, right? You're holding your ground as you walk through life. It's like you're standing up for yourself every second of your life. Do you know what I mean? Like you've become the person where it's like, do you know what I mean? Like you're just not gonna take any shit from anyone. That's who you are. Um, but what you'll find is, like I say, you're a human being, and it can get really tiring being like that all the time, and that there might not be anybody who's, you know, necessarily aggressively saying anything to you, trying to bring you down or anything, but you might just be walking through life and you might just be fed up. You might just be fed up with just walking around through life, with this with this approach, like, you might get bored of that approach. You might get bored of like just walking around, ready for a fight. Walking around with this ego. You might be get really tired of your ego. You might get really tired of being like ready for a fight, being ready to aggress the aggressors, to hate the haters, to bully the bully, and you might just be like, you know what, I just wanna chill out, and I just want to, relax, and I just want to, give myself a break. And like I say, it's like usually when I get to that place, it's like I will never I will never change for a hater. Do you know what I mean? Like if someone's saying something aggressive to me, if they call me a faggot, I'm never gonna sit there and just take it, right? I'm always gonna say, you're the only faggot here, and then I'll just, not open that messages. But when I'm walking through life, nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. No one's aggressing me or anything. But I still have this ego. But like I say, no one's actually aggressing me. I just feel like a lot more comfortable with changing. Do you know what I mean? I feel a lot more comfortable with changing. I tend to, from my experience, I tend to still hold on to the fact, I still hold my ground anyway. I still walk around with this ego, even though no one's aggressing me. But at the same time, if there's the time where I'm going to change, that's going to be the time when no one's actually aggressing me in that moment. That's the time where I feel most comfortable with changing. So um, maybe it's time to change. Maybe I should take the leap of faith. Not fear the unknown. Change and approach life in a different way. Explore the wrong option. You know, because like I say, walking around with this ego, even though no one's aggressing me in this moment, is very tiring, is very boring, and I want to be free. I want to be free, right? I want to be free, and I want to explore the unknown. You know, um, explore what's wrong. I want to explore that. I want to explore the unknown. That's it. All right. Bye.